Good evening, everybody. Let's make sure we can be heard because you never know. There we go. Cool. So, good evening and welcome to the New Age Geek channel. If you're new here, we are building an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fates, a sober D&D campaign set the critical role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. That being said, we have a new sponsor today. If you enjoy the music we have going here on Forging Fates, we recommend checking out the SonCraft bot. SonCraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music and soundscapes directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're playing with friends or streaming on Twitch, you can use the audio stress free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres, 20 plus soundscape types, global genre selection, and 2 premium Discord servers, all for just $10 a month. But using our referral link, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to do to get started is invite the SonCraft bot for your of your choosing to your server, then just hit play and let SonCraft take care of the rest. That being said, we actually have been using SonCraft almost the entire time, and it's awesome. Their pro level stuff, like it lets you choose the different things with like intensity levels. It's really cool. You guys should really check it out. That being said, good evening, cast.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Joe.
Thank you. That was
And
a
another
really hyped up. Good evening, everyone. I can feel it. I can feel the energy.
and just so you guys know, the New Age Geeks includes more than just us up here on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in the community that we're building together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you can. Just join to our Discord and subscribe to our Twitch and YouTube channels, where you'll find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Love you,
Nice,
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of our growing community. Another thing, remember that the best way to help us out with the algorithm is engagement. So we'd appreciate it if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so these platforms know to share us with everybody else. And beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you're on those platforms, make sure to follow us there for more geeky goodness.
May I have your attention, please? Very good. Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime linked to your Twitch account, you can get a free month subscription to any Twitch channel? You can resubscribe or subscribe to a new channel every month, but it comes at absolutely no extra cost to you. We'd appreciate it if you used it on us. But if you are willing to help us in a financial way, we have a tip feature here on Twitch, which uses PayPal for safe, secure, one-time donations. For you Twitch enthusiasts, bits, are welcome here as well. We have a merch shop for hoodies and goodies, and a Patreon for those who wish to donate to our cause and get a little something back. Lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions. Thank you.
I kind of want to be a sponsor now.
That all being said, if you need one of our referral codes for SonCraft, just type !codes in the chat, and it will show you the codes that we currently have, as you can see. Let's see, what else? We are happy to announce the cast for our new game that will be premiering sometime in the near future, where cast has been locked down and they've started their character creation process and getting that all started. Cece, do you want to go ahead and announce your cast?
Yeah, I am very excited to announce them. They're an amazing group of players, and I cannot wait to see what we have in store. Uno momento. We have Rima, who you have seen before here on Goodberry Cafe. We have a couple of new faces joining us. We have Star, we have Hands, Aerolith, and our very own Damiano joining us as well. So I'm very excited to get this campaign started.
If I'm not mistaken, Aerolith was on another episode of Goodberry as well. So,
Yes.
Jem, do you remember which episode that was?
Yeah, it was the crabs,
Yes.
crab chuckers.
Nice.
Let's see, what else? Does anyone else have any announcements?
When's the next episode of Spell Shots?
Working on that.
Okay. From what I understand, there will be nothing on the. We will be off next week. On the 3rd and the 4th, so there will be no Forging Fates next week and no Spell Shots. The new next is Goodberry after that?
Yes.
Okay. So Goodberry will resume on the 10th, and the next episode of Spell Shots is TBD. Jem, do you know anything about your Goodberry episode?
Not yet.
As always. Sounds good. Last minute, as always.
TBD.
Not my fault.
No. We come to expect it. It's the chaos that Goodberry is. It's all chaos up to then you come into the cafe and it's all gravy. All right. That all being said, I think we're ready to dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. Alrighty, bringing up the notes that I definitely had available. Alright, so picking up where we last left off. Having chased Tristan into the grove at the center of Lyringorn, they learned a little bit more about the curse that had been placed on Tristan and how it had been affecting his body and transforming him into something that he is not. I'm sorry, Cece, happy birthday. For everyone who doesn't know, Cece is amazing. It's her birthday, and I'm dumb. Love you, Cece. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Anyways, so they learned that the Moonweaver had played some sort of part in bringing them into this time and place to learn more about all of the things that have been affecting Tristan and a little more about the sanctity that this space had been sending off. At that point, a new character by the name of Quell, the Eladrin cleric of the Wild Mother, popped up from a ill-placed pile of leaves, and thanks to the help of his squirrel friend, notifying him that his quarry had presented themselves in the form of a Harengon rogue that we are all quite familiar with. They, learning that, seeing this sign from Melora enter the grove, Quell made himself known to the rest of the group and began to explain some of his connection to Harengons in the Feywild and to his... Well, he did. Stop shaking your head. He said met he knows Harengons in the Feywild. Noble Harengon warrior is the term he used. From there, they learned a little bit more about Quell's connection to Melora, and he offered his services to any way he can assist the Fists. Moving on from there, the team made their way back to the Wandering Wyvern after gathering some information about who can help them learn about the cave and the excavations that have been going on there. Eventually learning that they're going to look for a Tauren Stoneshield, the guild leader of the miners of Lyringorn. They found him, had some conversations, learned some things, learned that no guild members of the Miners Guild have any connection to actually that project, and they learn that the only way into the cave is through the actual grounds of the castle of Larengorn. They learned that there is been screaming coming from the dungeons beneath the castle, and eventually, as well as learning that the shadows have been plaguing. Quell had seen some of the shadows that had been plaguing the city, learning about a little bit of that connection. After leaving to go retrieve Finnick's new set of armor, the fists were assaulted by a pair of succubus demons, or devils rather, and through a well-placed charm by Quell, were able to gather that Bellin is being possessed by a devil of some sort that goes by several names, such as the Harbinger of Light and Darkness. Nope. The Moonscar, and I forget what the last one was. Either way, that all being said, let's dive into tonight's episode. So, suck you by. All right, I'm sorry. Not suck you buses.
I mean,
Plus
me
about
with that attitude.
So, picking up from there, as the last of the succubi evaporates into smoke and ash, as the combined might of the fists dispatch her, we are going to pick up from there. So, as her scream kind of echoes off into the darkness, you all are now in this very quiet street. Just you six. What do you guys want to do?
What happened to the bodies of the succubi?
They both evaporated into smoke and
They got
ashes
dusted.
as they were
Okay.
destroyed.
And
So there's no evidence that they existed for us to pick up and move and hide and whatever.
Correct.
But we were on our way somewhere.
We were on our way to go get Finnick's armor, but we were just attacked in the middle of town, so, like, can I look around and see if anyone saw that?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, I know I was standing back
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
a ways.
What were you saying, Thunic?
Oh, I just remember I was standing back a ways from
Okay.
the combat.
So, giving a quick glance around, Clover, your ears kind of up and twitching to each side as you try and gather as much evidence of this nighttime scene to yourself. You hear the faint sound of flapping and like this almost like clicking sound up on one of the roofs nearby. But giving a glance over, you don't see anything actually over there. So, whether it's just like a bird or a bat taking its perch, you're not quite sure. You also hear from the inn you had come from a little bit of volume coming from inside, but beside anyone else on the street, you don't see anyone there. You do hear the faint sound of footsteps, maybe 2 or 3 blocks over, moving through one of the stone streets.
Okay.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah, let's hurry up. Let's go.
I want to cast. I have it prepared. Pass without a trace on us.
Okay. So you cast Pass Without a Trace, and you what? How does your Pass Without a Trace look when you cast it, and it affects all of you? What kind of a effect does it have to blend you into the darkness?
That's a good question. It's like at first it's like a breeze that expands from me and goes around like all of us and kind of makes like us appear shimmery and shadowy.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you hold up your
Like
hand
that,
and blow out this shimmery ethereal cloud that kind of levels out around all of your feet, and you see it crawl up their legs, almost turning it almost semi-translucent with this faint glitter as you all start to blend into the shadows.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, what's the plan, everyone?
We still need to get Phoenix Sama.
Yeah, if we're gonna get in another fight, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty easy to hit, so need something to protect me.
Let's get out of the middle of the street first, and kind of hop from alley to alley. I don't trust this after the commotion we just made.
I agree.
Lead the way.
It's after you.
Okay. Using Pass Without a Trace, I'm going to assume everyone's going to stealth. So everyone go ahead and roll a stealth check. Make sure you add 10.
At advantage, right? Because we're in such a small group.
I got a
No.
19.
19, okay.
27.
I got
24.
Okay.
Yes?
I got a 37.
I got a 29.
Damn.
29.
25. Sorry.
Hey.
Tristan, I'm sorry. I must have missed what you said.
27.
Okay. So, you all kind of start to slink across the shadows, moving into the alleyway to try and take some of the back paths towards the shop you're headed towards. Clover, having the highest perception, passive perception of everyone, you hear from a distance the sound of wings moving towards your direction.
Everyone, keep your guard up. I hear something flying nearby.
As
Uh,
go ahead, Quell.
I was just gonna look and see if he could see what she was talking about, but go ahead. You
Yeah.
can do that.
As you say that, Clover, you hear this more sound of nails on clamping down onto the sides of buildings, and as you look up, you see these purple, triangular-faced creatures, massive jaws with teeth that jut from their lips, crossing over one another, gripping onto the edge of the roof, and their heads peering out into the alleyway. Looking around, their eyes clearly rest on Whisper. They roar out before three of them dive down into the alleyway behind Whisper. I'm going to need all of you to go ahead and roll initiative.
God damn it.
They rolled really high on their perception check.
Oh no.
Oh god.
2.
Shit, that means I need to pull up this tree.
Didn't expect that. So,
Hey.
ow, that was my knee. Okay, let's switch cameras. All right, so can I get an order of operations here? Whisper, you are where in this lineup, since you are the first one?
That's the alleyway we dived into?
Yep.
Okay, I'm probably leading.
Okay. I'll have you up there. Who would be next behind Whisper? Anyone.
I'll go behind Whisper. That's fine.
I put my hand up.
So Whisper, Clover, Tristan. Quell, where do you want to be? Gormog, where do you want to be?
I want to be behind Quell.
Quell, where do you want to be?
Quell's right in the middle.
I'll just bring up the rear.
Okay, thank you.
Those two in front of me.
Quell will be exactly in the middle.
I need to keep my eyes on him.
Okay. So I'll have you next to Tristan.
Watching you.
So that one is perched up on top of boxes, about 5 feet up. And then these other two going to be posted down on the ground right in front of you, Whisper. And what that being said, what is the 25 to 20?
23.
23 from Gormrog.
Nice. 21.
21 from Quell. $20 to 15.
19.
19 from Clover.
Cream of the crop.
Okay. 15 to 10.
14.
14 from Tristan. And I drop everything.
11.
11 from Whisper. What did you roll? Finnick. 1? Solid.
Natural 1
Solid. Nailed it first try.
for a total of 1.
Oh my gosh.
Did you just die?
Bye, guys.
Just completely oblivious to everything that's going on.
Just like,
Huh? What?
you know, those
Did you
succubi
guys
are
hear
cute.
something?
Okay. So, starting us off is Gormrog. Go ahead and what do you want to do?
So where am I?
You are right here, Gormrog. Right here. You see my
That one
finger?
on the
You're right there.
left. Yep. And these flying creatures have landed.
These two are on the ground. This one's perched on top of a set of crates.
But there's a series of crates leading up to it.
Correct.
Can I start us off by running up the crates and Superman punching it in the face?
You absolutely can. Just go ahead and roll a little acrobatics or athletics check for me, just to see about jumping up that 5 feet to get on top of those boxes for me.
Damn, acrobatics or athletics?
I know, real tough DC for you.
With a +6, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this.
I know.
Natural 20.
Got it. Nailed it first try. Okay.
So yeah, let's talk about the fact that I have an attack and extra attack, and then burning a key point for 2 more attacks.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
First attack, 18 +6.
Definitely hits.
Second attack, 19 +6.
Hits.
Bonus action attack is a 7 +6, making it a 13.
And that hits.
And then final attack is a 13 +6 for a total of 19.
That hits.
All of them count as magical because my fists are infused with ki.
Okay.
So for the first one, 3 + 3 is 6 points of damage. Next is 4 points of damage. Next is 7 points of damage. And finally, 6 points of damage.
Okay, so running up, you launch off the ground, put one foot against the wall, and jump on top of these crates. Boom, boom, dive across, pop, pop, pop. you slam it with the 4 attacks. The fourth one, your foot slides right through the creature as it explodes into ash and sparks, showering across the alleyway. You see some of the ash speckle off against the wall before disappearing into the darkness.
Oh yeah.
Okay, is that in your turn?
It does, yes.
Okay. Next up, we have Quell.
Well, okay. There's only 3 of them, right? Or there's 2 now.
Now there's 2.
Okay. I'm gonna slow my roll and not do what I was gonna do, and I'm just gonna. Nah, screw it. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians,
Okay.
and so, Quell, autumn leaves start swirling around, and it should get all my friends in it at the moment. Am I the orange guy?
Silver.
That guy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start painting bases eventually, and you guys just text me what color you want.
Cool. That's perfect though. So one of them's in it and one of them's not.
Okay.
And I am going to bonus action try to pull the other one into it with my telekinetic shove. It's a strength save 15.
Okay. It passes. Oh wait, actually, let me make sure it doesn't have a negative to its. No. Okay. It saves its throw.
Okay. It still wow. I rolled a 14, so it still takes 7 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then on the start of their turns, they'll make that save again.
So,
And I'm done.
do both of them take the radiant damage, or only one?
Technically, it only. The wording is the first time a creature enters or starts its turn there.
Okay, so it will take damage when it starts
When
its
its
turn.
turn starts.
But only this one.
Both of them are in there now.
Both of them.
I didn't pull the other one.
Yeah,
The other one got pulled with the strength thing, right?
No, he passed the save.
Oh, I thought that was for the Spirit Guardians.
No, he passed the
My
strength
bad.
save. So
Okay, yeah, no, my bad. No damage to him.
okay.
Is right. And since he didn't get pulled in, I'm just going to take a step forward so he's in there when his turn starts.
Sure. Alrighty then. Next up, Clover.
Would you say that since I rolled a 37 stealth, I am shooting from hidden?
Yes, you would. I would.
Cool.
Only Whisper was noticed, so the rest of you were hidden.
Okay, cool. The furthest creature is the one I am attempting to hit with my light crossbow,
Okay.
and that is a 21 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Eight, 12, 16, 19 plus 4. 23 damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And that's magical, correct? Because it's your crossbow?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You raise up your crossbow in the shadows. Let the bolt fly, and it zooms past Quell, slamming into the little devil creature's chest as it explodes backwards in a burst of fire and smoke, taking it off the board.
Wah, ha 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 ha. That's all.
Tristan, you're up.
All right. Which one? I forgot. Which one am I again? Okay. Yes. I'm going to go run forward to the closest one next to me and just go for a regular attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
With me longsword. For a 9.
9 does not hit.
Right. I'm going to use my second action and swing again
Okay.
for the same exact number.
Okay. So you bring your giant sword, slam to one side, it dodges over and it kind of cackles at you. These long needle-like teeth exposing this disgusting mouth inside his. This bits of ichor kind of drip down from its this large misshapen face. The other blade you swing to the side and it kind of dodges underneath. It flaps up in your face for a moment and spits into your face before dropping down to the floor. Then your turn?
Yes.
Okay, next up is Whisper.
So, sorry, where is it on the map? Okay. Can I get to right in front of it?
Yep.
Going to cast Shillelagh, and I'm going to bunk it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I'm out of practice with my bunk clip, and it's a 9 to hit.
That will not hit.
Yep.
So, as it kind of falls back down to the ground, having spit in Tristan's face, you bring your big club up and swing it down to the ground, but it just bounces off the ground and starts to come up, and you think it's going to connect for a moment before it just kind of like jumps onto your club and bounces off towards you. Now it's going to be their turn. It is going to be within the circle of your thing, so go ahead and... What, does it have to make a save or anything?
Yeah, wisdom save 15.
Wisdom save of 15. That is a fail. So how much damage does it take?
10 radiant.
10 radiant damage. So, as Quell, as you begin casting the spell, a pulse of divine energy echoes from your body, and you see the creature, as it slams into the creature, kind of recoils back. You see bits of its flesh burn across its face. You see its skin kind of peeling up, revealing this bit of muscle and bone on the side of its face. That is going to be... Oh, no, that's not even close. Let's see here. It is going to, because it is not stupid, it is going to fly away. 40 feet.
Do we get opportunity attacks?
You do not. It has an ability that prevents you from making an opportunity attack. So it is going to fly 20 feet, 40 feet away, 15 feet up, and another 25 feet away. But it is then going to take its action to fly another 40 feet.
It's alright. I got this, guys.
But that is going to end its turn.
So total, how far away did it get?
80?
Yeah, 80 feet total.
Damn. Okay. That's...
But Gormrog, you're up. Oh no, Finnick, I'm sorry, you're up.
I don't have visual on it, do I?
Correct.
Okay. Then can I try and move my 30 feet forward to try and get a visual on it?
That's as far as you can get, and I would say you still would not have visual on it.
Damn it. It's times like these I wish I had Quicken Spell. If I dash, would I get visual on it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do that.
Okay.
So that's my action too.
How far do you want to go?
Well, I can't see the top half of the map, so.
There we go.
Okay, so how much movement do I have left?
15 feet.
Yeah, I'll just book it. Trying to make sure it doesn't leave field of vision. So I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Gormrug, you're up.
It's too far away for me to hit it anymore. So I'm just gonna use my turn to come to the corner and scout it out. See if I can see anything, hear anything,
Go ahead and roll a perception check
Assist.
for me.
assess the threat. $13.
Okay. Giving a quick scout around. As you look up into the sky, you see the moon kind of shining across, this slim crescent moon shining across the rest of the city. You see the faint flapping of wings in the light of the moon. That they don't appear to be wyvern wings, but they're too far away for you to tell what they are.
Can I tell direction towards
Now
us away
with,
from
now
us?
with a 13.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Quell.
Okay. Quell will run through the alleyway until he gets line of sight.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will toll the dead.
Okay. What's the range on Toll the Dead? 120, 130? 150?
60.
60?
Yep.
Because it is also 20 feet up in the air, you are out of range.
Okay. We're gonna make it so that how tall are the buildings?
They range in height from 10 feet to 30 feet, I think.
Okay. The one that he's next to, is that 30 feet high?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have ran to the base of it and then Faye teleported up to the roof?
Okay.
Is it? It's not within 10 feet of me, right?
No, it's 40 feet from you now.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, Toll the Dead. Wisdom 15.
Alrighty. That is a fail.
Ooh, okay, 2d8. That's 8 damage.
You let out the gong of death, and you see its body kind of, the wings that it flaps with crumple for a moment as it tumbles down before catching itself, and like you see one of the wings looks almost broken but still trying to flap away.
Oh man. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Next up is Clover.
I believe that. Finnick, what size are you? Are you like or how tall are you?
I'm like 6 feet tall.
Okay, so you're bigger than me. I can't remember if you've let me do this before, Joe, or not, but am I allowed to hide underneath of Finnick?
Yeah.
Cool. Using all of my 45 feet of movement, including my rabbit hop, I am going to hide underneath of Finnick, and then once again shoot my light crossbow from hidden.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
My first roll was stealth, so that was a 16 plus 9, so 25 on stealth.
Okay.
And then my to hit is 18 plus 7.
That definitely hits. You don't have to go and roll damage. How
want
do you want to do this?
I want to roll 10, 14, 17. I want to roll my 21 damage. No, I run up. I do like a home run slide underneath the Finnick. I pull out my crossbow and just release. And then the rest is history.
Okay.
Like, what the hell is that?
So baseball sliding between Finnick's legs, you bring the crossbow up and fire it off. It kind of clips the edge of Finnick's robe as it's falling back down in front of it. But it fires off and slams into the back of the creature, and you see it once, like the others, its back cracking in half as it explodes into a shower of smoke and cinders.
I'm gonna like crawl out directly in front of Finnick and look up and say, "I'm sorry."
Just warning next time if you're able, but
We'll see.
It's okay. Use my height to your advantage.
I did. It was great.
Hell, if
Thanks
you want to
for-
ride my shoulders next time.
I definitely do want to do that next time.
Okay. As the last of the creatures are dispelled, we exit from combat as the street begins to quiet once more. Clover, you still hear the sound of nails clicking against the rooftop. But
Okay, guys, we need to book it.
On the roof, do I see anything?
go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Is Pass Without Trace still up?
Yes.
25?
What is it?
25.
As you look in the direction where you hear those nails clicking against it, you don't see anything there. But as you really give it a moment to look, you see a small cut appear on one of the very edges of the roof as a little bit of dust and dirt debris fall from that spot.
Nice. I'll whisper to the group. Something's invisible on that roof.
Let's go.
Going to.
Is Talon with us?
No,
Where is Talon? Where did we leave him?
you left.
Forest.
He's still in the grove where we met Quell.
No, you left Talon.
The forest outside?
Yes, the forest outside.
Fit. Okay.
In the starlit glade.
Mm-hmm. Did Quell point to where it was?
Yes.
Okay, because
Sweet. Might. Go ahead.
After Quell points it out, can we also hear the scratching?
Quell, are you trying to subtly point it out, or are you just pointing it towards it?
I mean, I'll do it subtly.
So go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check for me, just to
Okay.
see if you can motion towards the rest of the group without being overt.
Okay. Is there any chance? I know that this isn't a stealth check, but I do have Pass Without Trace, and if I'm trying not to be overt,
I'm going to say this doesn't help with that.
okay. I got an 8.
Okay. So, as Quell kind of points it out to the rest of you, you see you hear the faint sound once more, and you see a few more cuts appear along the roof before you hear the sound kind of dissipate a little bit.
Oh, we see it?
You do not see anything. You just see a few more cut marks appear, and then the sound get further away.
I think they noticed you noticing them.
Sorry.
From across the room.
DM question on
Watch out,
Dissonant
see
Whispers.
that girls are dangerous.
Do I have to see them?
Let me look up the spell.
Or are they within 60 feet?
They would be within 60 feet of you. Let me look up just
Because it just says you whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Okay, if it doesn't say you need line of sight, then yeah, you should be good. Let me just bring it up real quick.
Ring around the
Stop
rosy. It's a discordant melody.
Yeah, it doesn't say you need to see him, so you're fine.
Cool. So it needs to make a Wisdom 15 saving throw.
Okay. It saves.
Saves. The target takes half as much damage. So
So how much damage?
that is 3 6s, so 18 half to 9.
Okay. You. Oh, actually, oh, it already passed. Never mind. Okay. So you feel something. You feel as you echo out the whispers. You hear something, but the sound continues to slide across the rooftops. So whatever it is, you didn't kill it, but you definitely heard it.
We need to move.
Yeah, how far are we from the place?
Stealthing, you're probably about 15 minutes from it.
Joe?
Yeah.
Taz asked for distance when she said, "How far are we?"
I'm
You
from the
responded
same.
with- Oh, God.
I'm from the same area. I get it. We talk in minutes.
Ditto.
I don't know. You're like 15
You don't have
blocks?
to answer.
I don't know.
She said it's fine.
You're-
So we got about 15 minutes of stealthing.
Yeah, I don't have, the whole city mapped out, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have
7
every
blocks?
square inch of it mapped out. All right, so
Terrible.
I mean,
Go
we're
ahead.
all disguised and stealthing. Is there any reason we couldn't walk the main streets? It seems like they're just lurking in the alleys.
I thought Whisper was the only one disguised.
Well, the Whisper's the only one they notice, right?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be in the main streets because we cause so much of a commotion, and the last thing we need is to be encountered by
Okay.
the Wyvern Guard.
Hmm.
All right, let's hurry up.
Okay, so as you all begin to once more dive between the buildings, taking as much advantage of the shadows as you can, the faint bit of crescent moonlight shining down, giving this harsh angle of light, illuminating one side of the alleyways. You all stick to the shadows on the other side. Go ahead and all of you roll another stealth check for me.
This one's just regular.
We'll add the 10 still.
Oh, with passed without a trace.
19.
Okay.
29.
15.
29.
32.
Ooh.
16.
How much you say?
So 15's the lowest.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but 32 is the highest.
Oh, okay, so 32.
Brings the average up.
Over double what I got.
2 29s and a 32. That's not bad for a group stealth.
So, as you all stick to the shadows, Clover, once more your ears perk up to the sound of something shuffling across the roofs. And as you kind of look up, you see those triangular heads poking out from the roof, glancing around. You see them sniffing heavily before flying off once more into the darkness, trying to find their quarry.
Until I see them coming, I'm not even going to say anything and distract anyone. We're just keeping it moving.
Okay. So you all continue on, your ears like two radar dishes just scanning across, trying to pick up anything, any slight variation of sound. And you hear, coming from the street, the sound of voices chattering to one another. Yeah, crazy night. I don't know what's almost time for the new moon. I don't know, feels like something's off. You hear sudden gurgling coming from one of the throats of the people on the street. And as you turn that corner and look up the alleyway, you see one of the purple creatures clamp down on the throat of one of them, dragging this dark elf deeper into the shadows of the alleyway, as the other one screams, running off down the street.
Use it as a distraction. Keep going.
Not her problem.
Whatever you say.
I'm just sitting here like I can feel him.
Okay.
Keep going.
For this last leg, I need one more stealth check.
So,
Same.
26.
31.
29 again.
Neutral 20 for a total of 36.
Oh yeah.
25.
Natural one.
14.
Oh, okay. The face said natural
No, it's
one.
just gotten worse every time. Like,
Okay. Fortunately, they rolled shitty too. So, as you begin to make your way up that last alleyway, you hear, Clover, the sound of several of these creatures' voice, chittering sounds beginning to grow louder and louder. And you hear the sounds of nails running across rooftops. And looking, as you turn to look towards the sound, you see bits of tile shooting off the rooftop into the alleyway, shattering across the ground as you all make your way up this shadowy alleyway. It's at that time all of you hear whisper, a sound you're very familiar with, the shriek of a wyvern. As you glance up, you see a small formation of three dive down over the tops of the buildings in the direction, Clover, that you hear these creatures coming from. And you hear the sound of as they connect with one another. The bursts of fire and smoke exploding out from the rooftop into the alleyway. And you hear, what are these things? And you hear the sound of blades being drawn and the sound of a bone-tipped tail slicing across rooftop, showering the alleyway with more tile and smoke and ash. And you hear the commotion between the two parties echoing behind you as you continue and round the corner to the blacksmith. But you successfully make your way there. So,
I don't think he's going to be open.
what?
I said, I don't think he's going to be open. Or Quell said that.
So, as you turn and face the now closed door of the blacksmith, you see this faint bit of firelight inside. As it does, you see, and the bits of shadows moving inside of the business. As you reach and try for the door, it is locked.
I can try going in because I think he might be expecting. I don't know if you guys want to come in or not.
yes.
Okay. I just tap on the door 3 times.
As she's knocking, Clover is actually going to attempt to stealth away from her group that is eagerly trying to get into this building.
Okay. Clover, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. Still with the pass without a trace.
Okay, great. That's a 31.
Okay.
Amazing.
Who wants to go first, Clover or Finnick? Finnick.
Finnick.
Okay.
Finnick.
So, you
Knock, knock, knock.
knock on the door. And you hear the... Who is it?
It's Finnick. I'm here to pick up my armor.
You hear the heavy sound of boots boom, boom, moving towards the door. You hear several locks and deadbolts being opened. Get in here. As the door swings open, you see the heavy bearded face of the dwarf. And in one hand, you see this large, double-ended great axe.
I have some friends. Is it okay if they come in too?
Yeah, get them all in here, quick.
Girls, come on. And just shove everyone inside.
I'm gonna wait for everyone to go in and then go in, take a look real quick, and then go in after.
Okay.
But I'm also sitting here, like, doing a head count.
You all very
But-
clearly
but-
notice as Clover does not enter the location and is nowhere to be seen.
I'm not gonna say anything, and I wanna. I will use my telepathic speech with Clover. Whatever you're doing, don't be a dumbass. I love you.
I'm scared.
Please be safe. And then I'll also sort of, if anyone tries to like say anything, I'm just sitting here like she might be doing something that might help us.
So, as Tristan enters in, the door shuts once more, and he begins throwing the deadbolts again. You see a large, fresh gash across one of his face, across the left side of his face.
Oh my god, what happened?
Some thing came in through the front door and attacked me.
Triangle face, pointed teeth,
I'm sorry?
wings. Triangle face, pointed teeth,
Yeah.
wings.
Sir, if you'll let me sort of touch the wound, I can help.
Don't worry about it. I'll rub some dirt and it'll be fine. As he talks, like, you see a bit of teeth open up through the gum, through the cheek. As he talks, it kind of opens up.
I'm just gonna. It's bad, and then I will use my lay on hands to try and heal the gash.
Okay. As you, how many, what is it, 5 points you're putting into it? How many points do you put into it?
I'll do 3.
Okay. As you put the 3 points into it, you see just the deepest, most part of it kind of suck back together.
I'm gonna look around and go, we are missing one. Where is she?
Before he finishes the sentence, I'm gonna punch him to kind of interrupt him.
Okay.
We're missing what?
Finnick, you said you came for your armor, right? Well, I got it finished.
Awesome.
Let's get you in this. It looks like you're gonna need it.
Oh god, with everything going on out there, yeah.
You guys got any idea what this is?
Ideas? Yeah. Concrete evidence? No.
They're just devilish. They're fiendish.
Kind of treasonous to say the ideas out loud.
Puts the axe down and leans it up against his anvil, which is centered in the room, and goes and begins to grab this almost wheelbarrow and begins to drag it out from next to the anvil in the center of the room. Here, start getting it on. And he starts handing you over the pieces, and then as he hands you the breastplate, you see inside this. It looks very similar to his great axe, but you notice the handle kind of shifts into it looks like an F that has like these long icicles almost come off of it. You get the sense that that's his brand that he's.
I was about to say, is that like a clothing tag? Would you mind helping me put it on? I've never worn armor before.
Yeah, I got to do some final adjustments anyways. He starts helping you adjust,
Okay.
Get into it, begins tightening straps, bending pieces down into place. What are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
Watching the window and door for enemy or small friend.
Okay.
I want to scoot over next to Gormrog after I hear him say that he has ideas and be like, can you tell me the ideas? Because I'm a little lost.
Well, the thing we heard about that may be possessing what's his face, Bellend, creature of light and darkness. These things turn to shadows when we kill them. Creatures of darkness.
But didn't we just hear wyvern riders fighting them?
Mm-hmm.
So are
Yeah.
not all the wyvern guard bad?
That would be the impression I'm getting, yeah. But they're attacking civilians as well. So whatever this is, it is not in favor of creatures like you or me, but it is in favor of creatures like it. So I am very worried for our small, stealthy, deadly friend, but I am trusting her to know what she is doing.
Okay, so as you say that, Clover, what are we doing?
Feeling deep regret, hating oneself. So I would like to kind of scale the side of the building, and I'm going around back, and I am looking for another door or back windows.
Okay.
Do I see them?
So you're looking for a door on the blacksmith shop?
Or windows?
Okay. So you scale the side of the building. Go ahead and just roll a acrobatics or an athletics check for me. Just
Acrobatics,
to check.
for sure. Acrobatics is going to be a 28.
Okay. So easy enough. You're able to kind of hop up between the close-knit buildings and make your way up to a bit of the roof where you get a good view across the city at this point. And you immediately see the wyverns kind of their necks reared up, snapping down on these creatures that are exploding into, again, smoke and ash. And you see more and more beginning to purple devil creatures make their way up from the alleyways, reaching out and kind of slashing gashes into the wyverns before they're quickly dispatched. And eventually the three wyverns kind of begin to lift back off, trying to regain a little bit of presence as a swarm of the creatures begin to fly up towards them. But you quickly are able to find another a window in the back of the blacksmith shop, right about second floor. You get the sense that this may be like a little bit of a bedroom, and you see through the window a small cot kind of laid up in the corner.
I would like to try my hand at getting in there.
Okay. You lean down and begin to pull the window up with one hand. Being unlocked, it's easy enough. You get it open and kind of roll one more acrobatic check for me as you kind of leap down and try and dodge and dive into the window.
Okay, that one was not quite as good. +9 is a dirty 20.
Okay, easy enough for you. You kind of bounce off the roof, spinning around. You grab hold of the edge of the roof and swing your feet in and diving into the window.
I am not diving in.
Okay.
I am very, very gently and quietly stepping in.
Okay. You dive down, grab hold of it, and begin to gently put your padded feet in through the window before landing down with the softest of thuds onto the floor.
Yeah, so cool. I'm terrified. I'm attempting to go into. I am attempting to find, without revealing myself, the back room of the Creator Man.
Okay.
Where he does all of his work.
Okay. His anvil is centered in the main room.
I am searching for the wyvern gear that he was creating specially for Whisper's brother.
Okay. So, as you kind of scout around the top floor, this very much seems like a living space, but you see a set of stairs, and as you kind of glance down them, you see it leads to a back room, and you hear the faint sound of voices coming from below of your friends and this other dwarf that you had met previously. But I'm assuming you go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. As you make your way downstairs, you find yourself in like this almost stock room with these large ingots of metal and these few pieces of armor and very rough armor. You get the sense that these are still being worked on. And bits of swords and other weaponry that is still being in the process of being forged into their appropriate space, their appropriate shapes, rather. But besides that, you see laid out across this bench on the opposite wall this beautifully forged and crafted set of armor that looks very much like it would fit onto a wyvern.
Well, first I would like to cast Detect Magic on it.
Okay. It is magical.
I should be able to... Let me pull up that spell really quick. I should be able to, like...
It's enchantment.
See a faint... Okay. Is it, like, covering all of it, or are there, like pieces that give off the aura of magic?
All of it as one set is magical. You get the sense that if it was separated, it wouldn't operate as such.
Okay. I do not want to get this man into trouble by stealing this whole thing, but I would like to look at this and maybe unscrew some parts that look important and shove those in my pockets so that maybe this isn't ready anytime too soon.
Okay. So, as you begin to pull the armor pieces apart, you see, through your detect magic, you can see that it's all kind of connected as one piece, but as you pull parts apart, you see the enchantment dim down, and you get the sense that as long as these aren't all around each other, it's not going to be as effective an enchantment as if they were all together. So
yeah. My heart is beating. I pulled 2 pieces off. I shoved them in my pockets. I am going to attempt to stealth my way back upstairs.
Okay, just for... just so we know, there is like a helmet piece. There are bits that look like they go on the wings that reinforce the claws on its hand and the bony part of the wing. There are what look like shin guards that cover bits of the feet. And there's almost like this saddle part. And then there's a spot that looks like it will go on the stinger tail of the wyvern. Which of those parts are you taking?
I think... Well, I didn't want to... Well... I think I want to focus on the wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 2 wing... Let's just call it 2 wing armor pieces. So if you want to put that in your inventory as wing armor pieces. In case another winged animal needs them.
Awesome.
All right, so just roll one more stealth check for me.
Okey-doke. And this is just a regular one now.
Yeah, you are out of the
the
range of
it's all coming together.
The thing. Pass it out, Trace.
I don't know why I always have to look back at D&D Beyond as if my stealth has changed. But that was a 23.
Okay. So, you make your way back up those stairs. Just your light pad foot's just moving up the stairs. You feel a little, but you quickly pull your foot off it, so stopping it from making another sound as you make your way back up and out. As you jump out the window once more, roll an acrobatic check for me.
Acrobatics, I love that. Yes, 25.
You land.
Sorry, I was so excited.
You clean land on the floor once more, your rabbit legs absorbing the shock, and you begin to sneak your way back up to the front of the building.
I think I want to try... Are there some nice thick bushes around?
In this area, no. There's the bit of water that runs through the center of the street that leads like these almost small routes to the trees that are planted every maybe 30 feet.
I'm not going to be able to hide in a tree. Yeah, I guess I'll faintly tap on the door.
Okay. Gormrog, Finnick, as the last bit of your armor is being cinched down to your body, you all hear the faint knocking of someone knocking against the door.
I believe the telepathic speech is still up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask Clover, is that you knocking on the door?
Yes. Oh, I didn't realize I could respond. Yeah.
Yes, you can. I think that's our friend. Excuse me. And I run towards the door.
Well, I'm in front of the door. I'm watching out the door right now.
Oh, if you guys were by the door, then I would look at you guys and nod.
It's all padded and locked, you said, right? Like
Yeah.
you put a whole bunch of locks on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at him and make a gesture like, are we opening? Because I'm not gonna destroy the door.
They're just like slide bolts that you can easily just open
Oh,
yourself.
then I'm just gonna then I'm gonna easily just open.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it without permission.
All right, so you pull open the locks and allow Clover to enter inside.
Clover's gonna stumble in. She is already just naturally sweating from being so fucking nervous that whole time. But she's kind of gonna wipe her mouth and say, sorry guys, that fight really got to me. You don't want to go around the building. Trust me. Like she got sick.
Roll a deception check for me.
Damn it. It's an 11?
As you say that, Clover, you see the dwarven individual kind of turn to look towards you. He kind of raises an eyebrow. Where did you stow the armor? You have a bag? What bag is it?
I had borrowed Finnick's bag of holding.
Okay, so it's in the bag of holding. All right.
Could have grabbed.
You know that you borrowed it?
Huh?
Does Finnick know that you borrowed it?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, okay. Just check.
We don't need more people stealing.
Okay.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
But as he just kind of gives you a look, just you get the sense he knows that you're lying. He just doesn't know what you're lying about.
That armor looks great, Finnick. I might have to buy some of that. These things out here are really scary.
Yeah,
As
I
soon as
guess-
she's inside, I'm rebolting everything and making sure it stays locked.
Question, I forgot if it was just a breastplate or half plate.
I think you got half plate.
Cool.
I thought you got full plate, but I could be wrong.
No, I can't do heavy armor.
Okay, so
So just some half plate, but it also gives me disadvantage on stealth.
okay.
Oh no.
So just mark off the other half of the cost of the armor.
What was that, 250?
Whatever the cost of the half plate is, I forget.
So it's 350, I believe. Okay. You know, it looks kind of plain on the front. Maybe I should, like...
Half plate is 750 gold, so
Because I paid half.
you did half, so 375 gold.
Okay, so I need to mark off 25 more. Because I paid for half plus the rush fee last time.
Yes.
So, cool. Should put something on the front, you think?
I have paint.
Gonna paint over my perfectly good armor.
What, you
I'm
got
just-
like an
I'm
emblem
just
or
fucking with
something
you.
put on there?
It's your armor. You do what you want with it.
You like what I did with mine? And I show
Oh, it's
my-
beautiful.
Fabulous.
Sleeves aren't really my thing.
Do I see anything while I'm looking out the window door? The door.
Roll a perception check for me.
15.
Okay. You see a wyvern with a rider on the back of it, kind of clomping through the street, its head swirling back and forth. You see its tongue licking the air in front of it. The rider with one long pike at his side, kind of hanging off the tip, almost dragging against the ground. You see scars, bloody gashes across his face as he rides down, one hand holding the reins. You see him breathing heavy.
Like gashes, like just like heavy gashes, or like I can see inside of it, like his skull.
They're thick gashes, and you see a bit of white coming off the cheekbone, and you get the sense that it might have gone through and gotten to bone in that spot as it's closest there, but and it is bleeding down his neck, but nothing mortal, at least for the time being.
So,
Is this? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, what do we do now? Do we go back out there? Do we go back to the grove? Do we?
How far away is the grove from here?
Probably a little bit further than the where the wandering wyvern was.
They weren't that strong individually, but there's a lot of them.
You think I'm gonna turn to the store owner and say, do you think we can at least take a short rest here to regain some strength?
Yeah, you're welcome to gather your strength before you head back out there. If you need, you can stay here for the night.
Looking around, what kind of weapons does he have in the store that are finished?
Looking around, there's not a ton of finished weapons, besides the one he wields. A lot of it is like you get the sense that he pre-forges some of these weapons, but doesn't finish them until they're ordered. So he has, the base there that he can then go ahead and finish per order instead of wasting time per, finishing each weapon.
That's actually really cool. Okay, well, I'm down to at least take a short rest here if you guys are.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was just gonna agree with Clover.
How is everybody looking right now?
With my eyes, Bert.
I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I just
Totally
didn't know
fine.
if anybody wanted some healing or not. But
Well, Tristan is, I think, the only one that actually took damage.
That's it. I was gonna say,
Okay.
I'm just gonna look. Tristan's gonna look over at Finnick and kind of just be like, not say out loud, but
just lay a hand on his shoulder and do healing hands. So that's 6 hit points.
thank you.
So Tristan, you regain no hit points.
Oh, all right.
As you, Finnick, you reach your hand out and touch him, and you try and push the magical energy into it, but you see that where the creature kissed him before, you see black veins creeping down his neck into his shoulder, and as you try and push the divine energy into him, it just pulses, and you see the veins enlarge momentarily, repelling your divine energy.
What just happened?
It didn't work.
Whole lot of nothing.
Whole lot of
Can Quill
nothing.
go up to him and examine his black veins and see if he has any idea what's going on?
Sure. Roll a religion check.
Religion.
I start to feel
I-
when they're in that area.
Can I also investigate
Yeah, roll a religion check as well.
our religion? Yeah.
Religion's 15.
Natural 20 plus 3. So
Okay.
23.
So I'll say between the two of you, Finnick, while you were raised in a very religious setting, a lot of your family's attention was put towards aberrations, but you do remember some of your, some of the extended knowledge that you have, and Quell as well. What attacked you previously were called succubi, and you're aware that when they deliver a kiss to someone, it leaves a lasting effect that only dissipates after a long rest, and it prevents them from it prevents the damage that kiss does from being healed.
Well, Tristan, you might have to take a longer rest to get rid of it, but
Yeah, maybe more sleep than you used to.
Should we stay the night?
We don't really have anywhere else to be, but we'd get better rest at the Grove, and we're all at full health except for Tristan. So, it's up to you guys. But I'm happy. I'm happy to go or stay.
Nice. Quell's looking out the window, watching the chaos and sweating, being like, I'm helping here. Helping here. Helping here.
I mean, we'd get better rests at the Grove. But
Is it worth the travel back?
Grove's also open air, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we might be able to sleep better there, but maybe not as peacefully. Well, I guess either way.
That's a good point.
yeah,
I think we should stay here.
Okay. Yeah.
turn to the shop owner, be like, I think we're gonna accept your offer for the rest of the night if you're still okay with that.
Of course. Well,
What's your name?
I gotta get my notes.
Looking at my notes too.
Hjalmar.
Gelmer.
Hjalmar. HJ. Spelled an HJ. Hjalmar.
Hi,
Thanks.
Delmer.
I'll
No idea what these things are that's flying around and attacking everything.
it's nothing I've ever seen, that's for sure. Finnick and anyone that has any sort of religious history, go ahead and roll a religion check.
22.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. They are devils.
Crazy concept.
Oh, just gotta chill.
They are spined devils, to be precise.
Cool.
I'll relay that information.
But as you begin relaying that information, Hjalmar starts going to the back, begins doing his best to kind of get whatever comforts he can for you all as you stay the night in his shop.
He's such a sweet man.
Well, he rolled really low on his perception check as he walked into his back room, so comes back shortly afterwards, a couple bedrolls, a couple pillows, begins laying them out on the floor around the anvil. There's a bit of heat coming from the forge still, but it has died down quite a bit, and he kind of gives a few pumps on his billow and raises the temperature up, kind of just giving a little bit of warmth to the space as the night has kind of chilled the air in the mountain city of Lyringorn. So, anyone want to do anything for the evening?
What time is it?
It's pretty late at this point. Probably almost coming on midnight, maybe an hour from midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just chit chat until we take watches.
I'm gonna
I'm
be
gonna-
writing in my journal.
I'm gonna turn and sit with my back against the front door
Okay.
and stay there.
Quell's gonna walk up to Tristan and motion to his neck. And be like, do you mind if I just try whatever I can?
And when he comes up, Tristan he's sitting with his sword off his back, and he goes to like kind of hit his hand with the sword, and then motions with his own hands, and then puts it back up against the door in his shoulder and just exposes.
Nice. And all I have before bed, he's gonna try a lesser restoration. And a dispel magic.
Okay.
And if it does nothing, I'll just keep looking at it while we're winding down.
Sure. All right. So as you cast the Lesser Restoration, you see the magic try and penetrate into the veins, but it doesn't seem to have any effect. And as you cast the Dispel Magic, the same effect. It just kind of washes against his skin with no effect.
Oh, I'll pray to Melora. Maybe tomorrow I'll have what it takes. Hopefully you just feel better.
He goes to say thank you, and he kind of
I'll do what I can, I promise.
I feel bad for missing it, but you said that this mark. What was this mark that you guys deduced from your checks?
It was from the Kiss of a Succubus. It's part of the succubus's abilities
The
to
necrotic
drain
energy.
vitality from a creature.
I don't know anything about healing, and I know very, very little about magic, but could I try something? Clover's gonna walk up. She has this vial that she bought from the apothecary, and it's intended to help you not be affected by the succubus's magical sleep or whatever. But the ingredients inside of it are made from the flowers in the Moonstone Grove. So she's going to put like about half of that vial on her hands and then touch her hands to his face.
And this is which potion is this?
It's the vial I bought from the apothecary. It's I put it in my notes. I called "Can Stay Awake, No Exhaustion Magic Can't Sleep Me."
Okay.
I don't know what the name of it
Potion
is.
of watchful rest.
It's the potion of watchful rest.
Got it. Okay. As you kind of apply some of that to his skin, it doesn't have any effect.
Okay, it was worth a shot. And now I only have half of that.
All right. So, as you all get ready to bed down for the evening, we're going to go ahead and take our break. So, be back in a few minutes. As I said last week, we have new art reel, so stick around for that. And we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Bye. back. Hello, everyone.
Mhm.
Welcome back. Don't we love it? Just diving right back in. So, as you all are bedding down for the evening, what do we want to do here? Are we taking shifts? Do we want to do anything before we do that?
I'm going to sleep first.
Okay.
I'm up against the door after they check my neck. I'm gonna say as they were doing it, I was halfway falling asleep. When they stop, I'd fall asleep.
All right. So, as you Clover, as you finish rubbing the salve on his neck, you kind of lean back to look at it, and he's just unconscious, just sleeping.
I massaged him to sleep.
Can I take a? I think I also bought a potion of watchful rest. So I'd like to use that.
Okay. So you can stay up all night and not get a level of exhaustion, or if you rest, but you only have one level of exhaustion. Never mind. So it won't matter.
I'm just taking the potion.
Okay.
Nice. Quell will help with the first watch.
All right. Quell and Finnick, first watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The rest of you are going to sleep.
I'm gonna drink the other half now, not knowing if it's gonna do anything, but I will go to sleep. You said that there was something that it might do if you sleep with it. That didn't sound right.
How many levels of exhaustion do you have? Just one, right?
I have one.
Okay. So it's not going to do anything extra, but if you had two and you took a long rest, the long rest will get rid of one, and then the potion will get rid of the other one.
I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take the potion and head to bed.
No, I just go to sleep.
Perfect. You just tuck away the potion and go to sleep. Finnick and Quell, go ahead and both of you roll perception checks for me as you stay up for the first watch.
Not good. 11.
Okay.
7.
7.
Ooh.
Okay. You hear the sounds of what you can only imagine is battle happening outside. The faint screeches of the bat-like creatures in the distance, pitched against the sound of soldiers or warriors crying out, and the sounds of wyverns screeching in the distance.
I think after a little bit of that, Finnick will plug her ears and just sort of wait for it to possibly settle down.
Okay, never settles down during your shift.
Well, I'm just gonna look over at Quell, and I just have a little bit of panic in my eyes.
Quell's been talking for a little while, but she's had her ears covered, so it's like... This is pretty crazy. Is this what you're used to?
What did you say?
So this is pretty crazy day. I wasn't ready for this. Is this what you're used to?
Not to this extent. I mean, it's insanity out there.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd have to go to sleep preparing myself for devils in the morning. But
Well, they only appeared at night, so
that's something. Hopefully we'll get a reprieve during the day.
yeah. And though we're known for getting into some trouble, I haven't heard sounds like that outside in many years. So,
Many years, huh? You must have seen some scary stuff.
yeah.
Well, you got through that. We'll get through this. I hope everybody gets their sleep. I hope they can
Yeah.
feel it.
I used a potion, so I'm probably not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, I try not to drink coffee too late. Keeps me right up.
Are you used to this fighting or anything?
Well, only when Melora sends me somewhere. My daily life is very peaceful, to be honest. Well,
How
you know,
how long have you been connected to Melora?
uh, only the past maybe 30 or 40 years of my life in the Fae, which here could be, I don't know how long to you. But she's got my trust. Hasn't steered me wrong yet.
How did she make herself known to you? Did you find something that's just like, okay, I'll follow this path?
It was really, I mean, a love for religions in general that even tipped me off to Melora's presence. She really affects. I mean, she has monumental effects on the Feywild, but the nature of this plane, I feel like, is where you really see her beauty. And it took me a lot of my life to appreciate that act. But yeah, it was through study that I realized how much I should appreciate her more than I had.
Well,
How about you? What do you have faith in?
I currently have no faith in the gods.
Oh. Well, no faith in gods is one thing, but anything else that you do have faith in?
This group.
Perfect. That's what.
Oh.
It's perfect. You don't need faith in a god. I mean, it's weird to hear me say because my deal, but it's not other people's deal.
No.
And having faith in something so close to you, it's going to make you strong.
These are probably the best and only friends I've had my entire life.
Wow. Well, I've only known them for almost a day, but I get it.
They just each care so deeply. And it's nice to have and nice to experience. And I just sort of look at each member of the group individually.
Nice. And yeah, and Quell drifts off into his own thoughts.
Okay, so so Finnick, as you kind of shift to the side as Quell begins to drift off on his own, you look as you scan across your party members and you see distress plastered across one of their faces, their brow heavy with sweat, bleaching their hair as the paint that they wear begins to seep down their face from sweat. Whisper. You find yourself once more in the grove.
Ah, heck.
You hear that voice behind you. I've seen you.
Oh no.
I know you're here. Why don't you come see me, Fifth?
Doesn't this get old for you?
After all you've put me through,
Gosh, get over it.
the only thing that I'll get over is when I scar you like you scarred me.
Boo-hoo. What did you do? What are these devil things?
I made a deal to find you.
I never thought you were that dumb.
I think history has shown you're the only dumb one between us.
I'm not the one making deals with devils.
You see her walk from your peripheral on your right side, stepping up around you. Well, it's almost over anyways.
What's that supposed to mean?
My part of my deal is almost done. And then they'll have to help me with my request.
Is he the reason why the devils are attacking the city right now? What a great leader you are.
Certainly better than you.
I
I mean, not
I'm
that
not
that bar is really that high.
You don't scare me here.
You look scared.
I'm just gonna glare at her.
As you glare at her, you see that facade she wears melt, revealing the scarred flesh on her face, still looking like the day you gave it to her. And you see the flesh exposed inside of her, underneath her skin, the bits of bone poking through. She reaches a hand out towards your face. Do you let her touch you?
I'll take a step back.
As you step back, you see her visage change once more. Her hair growing and turning orange. Her nose shaping to your own. Her height dropping down before you look at yourself reflected.
That's a good look for you.
She raises the hand up and grasps onto the side of her face, and you see the flesh just peel and distort and scar and burn across her face, resembling the scar you put on her. You see her just start to as it burns across her skin.
I've got a friend who's really good at makeup. Being pretty isn't the only thing that I have going for me.
Well, there's certainly nothing left for you here, so why did you come?
To stop you and my
For
brother,
what?
but now I don't even know who's in charge here.
You ran away from everyone, so why come back?
Because y'all were bothering me and my friends.
You hid well enough before this. You could run like you always did.
I'm tired of running.
Well, there's nothing for you here anymore.
I can see that because you're killing everybody.
Where are you?
Ha.
You know I'll find you again. Let's just cut to the chase.
Where do you want to meet?
You can meet me here.
In the castle?
Yeah, I'll leave the door open.
Just me and you, or our
That's
brother
fine with
too?
me. Belen's doing his own things anyways. I mean, what's left of him, thanks to you.
I don't get you. What did you do?
Did what I had to do.
So I got some petty revenge.
I don't think it's petty. I still am, but I was far more beautiful before you. And thanks to you, now I have to put up this facade. And, well, yes, I now have what should have been mine from the start. I had to go about it other ways.
You wanted to lead so bad. Why are you hurting the people that you're leading?
Things had to be done.
You're dumb.
And you're a coward.
Because that's why I came all the way back here. Totally a coward.
Seems like it to me. You're weak.
All right.
You're cowardly, ugly, and just... I'll give you this. You are pretty good at running now. You weren't good at that before.
I don't care what you say to me anymore.
So let's end it.
Okay.
See you when you wake up. And she disappears, leaving you in the space.
I'm still in the forest grove thing.
You're gonna
My
what?
dream. I'm still in my dream.
Yeah.
I want to look around and see if I see any sign of bird person.
Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. I am not rolling well today. Oh, 13.
I will say, as you look around, you see no sign of the Fey entity, but you feel from the feather tucked into your hair the faint presence of it, but it feels a little farther away than some of the other times you felt it. Almost like it's having trouble coming into the space. As you look around as well, while it is daylight, you do see that crescent moon glowing in the sky, inching closer and closer to disappearing. Anything else you wanted to do?
No, I want to try and wake up.
Okay. As you sit there for a moment, you wake up in the space of the blacksmith's forge. Your skin, again, sweating, your hair matted with sweat.
Hey, are you okay? You're sweating.
I like touch my face and probably get a bunch of like face paint.
Yep, face just sloughs off.
Bleh. Just another bad dream.
Did Whisper tell us that it was her sister in the dreams or no?
Believe she told you all on one occasion that she had been visiting in the past, but that was about it.
I said it like an aside, like an offhand comment, yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, probably, because This time there was an actual threat, I think, made in the dream.
Okay. I sort of like sit up and scoot closer, whisper.
Yeah. My sister's been appearing in my dream and annoying me and like attacking me and stuff, but I realized it was only hurting me in the dream, so I wasn't like too concerned. But she said see you in the morning. She knows I'm here. And she says that her part of the deal, I asked her about what she did to this city and these people and what's the deal with the devils, and she says that she made a deal and her part of the deal is almost done. And I don't know what that means.
Do you think that it could be your sister orchestrating this whole thing?
Yes.
And your brother is just I just kind of want to do I see the shop owner anywhere?
He went back up to his room to sleep.
Okay. Do you think your brother is just a puppet then?
I asked about him too, and she said what's left of him is off doing his own thing. She wants me to meet her one-on-one in the castle, which I'm not gonna do, but yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want. One-on-one is definitely not a good idea.
No, I don't trust her. She's doing all this for a vendetta against me. It seems so small.
A vendetta?
Yeah.
Just.
But I'll tell the others that we should probably, like, when everybody wakes up and stuff, that we should probably be on guard
Alert?
tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know if she's gonna come to me or if she's expecting me to go to her tomorrow, but see you in the morning, that was like, that makes me a
seems
little
like a threat.
nervous.
Yeah. Well, if you want to try and get some more rest,
I need a little more, yeah.
that's fine. I'm right here, so.
Thanks.
Do you put your head on my shoulder?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
I sort of scoot and then also put my head on her head.
Now I'm gonna say, sorry for stealing your knife plate thing.
I won't lie, it upset me at first, but this sword seems to be pretty cool. Although it talks, so that's the weird thing.
Yeah, life got weird.
Yeah, but I think we're just a little bit weirder.
I'll take that.
All right.
All right. Who is taking second shift?
I'm still awake, so.
So just Finnick?
How many hours have gone by, though? Yeah, I'm still sleeping. Never mind.
Only like 3.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I'll pick it.
Okay, so Gormrug, you're going to get up?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gormrug and Finnick, go ahead and roll perception checks.
Oh, so. Natural 20
Okay.
for a total of 21.
I rolled an 18 for a total of dirty 20.
Okay. As the next 3 hours tick by, the sounds of combat begin to become more and more sparse throughout the city. But the sounds of explosions begin to echo across, coming from the direction of the castle. There's about 2 or 3 over the course of the 3 hours that you spend there before it begins to fall silent once more.
I just look over at Gormrog. I don't like this.
Be worried if you did.
Just want it to be over.
I hear a lot of things, but I don't hear a fat lady singing.
I'm sorry, what?
Figure of speech, don't worry about it. Basically, we're not done yet.
Okay.
We gotta take out this dumb. We have to stop the people who are responsible for doing this.
Yeah.
We have to clear Whisper's name. But to be honest, I don't know what's what anymore. There are a lot more of these creatures than there are members of our little group. I'm hoping if we chop off the head of this thing, it dies and doesn't just start growing new heads.
Whisper says that her sister has been visiting her in her dream, and apparently tonight she said she'll see her in the morning. So I don't know what's gonna happen when the sun rises.
This is the bitch with the illusions.
I assume so.
Yeah, I don't like this. Between the shadows attacking us, these spiky devil things, the hot chick with the wings,
No succubus, yeah.
and the things outside of the city. Those transformed goblins, you remember those things?
Yeah. Those were very odd.
The area of influence is too big. We need to stop this at its source and as fast as we possibly can. And the fact that something was invisible on the roof, and the word this shit is fucked.
Her sister plays a bigger part in this than we realize. I should have waited for Whisper to tell you, but apparently her sister made a deal.
Do we know the details of that deal?
No.
All right.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
Finnick. What's the worst thing you can think of?
a tough question. Are we talking like an object, a person, an event?
Then, what's the worst thing that could happen?
Losing you guys?
Mm-hmm. What's the best thing that can happen in this particular circumstance?
That we win?
What does that look like to you?
All of us on our feet. Town. Getting rid of these shadows. Watching this town return.
Those two things. We win. You lose us. They're very far apart. Honestly, both are just as possible. But so is everything in between.
Gormog, I haven't lost many people in my life. So finally finding a group that actively care and show me this kindness. If I lost that, it would destroy me emotionally.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Yes, it would. The first time. And the second time. And the third time. Over and over and over again, it'll hurt you every time. It'll destroy you every time. And somehow you'll have to keep going anyway. But what I'm saying is that it's not scary. Is not that it's not scary. What I'm saying is not, don't worry. What I'm saying is for every bit of fear that you allow yourself for the negative outcome, allow yourself that same amount of hope for the positive. Use that. Because that's the only thing keeping me going right now. Is that winning is just as possible as losing.
I guess it's more of the fact that I have had 2 nightmares of losing you guys. I've never had new people in my dream. So the fact that now you all are appearing in them speaks volumes.
There is a keeper of knowledge within the Cobalt Reserve. She is half human, half dragon. I don't even think that's right. She's dragon adjacent. High Curator Cassios. And at one point she said to me, to all of us in the class, fear is the universe way of saying something needs to change. So yeah, I'm afraid too. I'm afraid that I'm gonna die. I'm afraid that you all are gonna die. I'm afraid that something worse than death is possible. I'm afraid that the gods, for all the faith that these people possess, are gonna abandon the people of this city. I'm afraid that these devil things are gonna consume the people they made deals with and destroy the people that are left. I'm afraid of surviving and letting the rest of you die. I'm afraid of all the possible outcomes that could end negatively. And yeah, your dreams, they scare me too. But the fact that they're able to change means that so are you.
I mean, I've already
And those
started.
wings you showed me have already started to change, right?
Yeah.
Which means you're moving in a positive direction. We are moving in a positive direction, and I don't know anything about the blue bird dude person thing that follows us, but they seem to want to help too, and I'm wondering if one of you is going to make a deal eventually. We got some random elf from wherever who was sent here by the gods to help us, which means we got otherworldly entities, plural, working in our favor. So, what if we survive? What if we all survive? What if we all stop Velen and Sister Bitch, whatever her name is? What if we win? Hell, what if you get to ride a fucking dragon?
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty freaking cool.
What if we get declared heroes of 2 fucking cities? What if we get a summer home up here? What if Talon flies with dragons? What if we get to visit the Feywild? What if you're allowed to be afraid, Finnick? You're not allowed to stop. So allow yourself hope too. Because if you are too afraid to take action, then I can't focus on what needs to get done because you become the priority. And I need to worry about you before I worry about this fucking city who hasn't done shit for me, because you matter to me. I'm here because you people matter to me more than anything else in this world. I gave up what I was doing in my life. I was supposed to take a test to become an expositor of the Cobalt Reserve. I threw it away. I don't know if it'll be there if I get back. If I go back.
When? Back.
If. Because I may decide I like spending time with you all, traveling the world, more than I want to go back to that. And that's pretty fucking cool. And what if that is better? What if, Finnick? Let it drive you as much as it stops you. Because, honestly, you talked those wings up pretty big. I want to see what they look like.
What?
Those wings of yours, you say they're so impressive once, but now they're whatever they are. I want to see what they look like. Which means you need to survive. We need to survive, and you need to keep working on it.
I mean,
No?
I'm just saying that the growth takes time.
Yeah. All growth does.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to wait and see?
Words are great. I prefer actions.
Well, you're just gonna have to wait.
I need to get a little more rest. I'm still pretty exhausted.
Okay.
But this isn't the last time we're talking about this.
Where else am I gonna go?
Write it down if you have to, please. What if? And let it be a positive.
As Gormrod goes off to sleep, I'll take out my journal and just start writing a bunch of what ifs.
Muted.
Joe, you're muted.
Clover, do you take a shift or no?
I would like to take the morning shift.
Okay. Finnick, are you going to bed or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm staying up.
So, Clover, as you arise for the last shift of the evening, you see Finnick still sitting up, scribbling into her journal. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
It's a 10.
17.
Okay. As your shift proceeds, the sounds of the city all begin to deaden. As the darkness of the night hits its strongest point right before the dawn, the moon begins to be covered by the light from the moon begins to be covered as something in the distance blocks its light from reaching the street. And as you look out, kind of examining the street, you see a pair of figures, large, about human height, thin, gangly arms, spikes protruding up their entirety of their arms and up their legs, a long tail swishing behind them. They just kind of hunch over. You can hear their breath through the openings in the windows and the doors as they stalk the street, glancing around, looking for something, some sort of prey.
I'm going to make eye contact with Finnick. Try to get her attention just by moving my ears or something. And whenever she looks do you look at me? And I'm just gonna make sure that we're just quiet as fuck.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check to parry you. At advantage because you're, inside a building.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
That was a natural 20, my second roll, so 29.
Okay.
19.
Okay. You both
That first one was a nat 1, so it was very...
You both kind of hunker down in the quiet of the shop and watch as they stalk past the building, moving down the block. Eventually, you lose sight of them, and that was the last activity you hear for the rest of the evening.
I am going to just sit down in front of the window. Everything is down, and I'm just peering out, just my eyes above the windowsill. So I'm I'm not talking. This is a quiet watch, as I'm just dead set on making sure no one attacks us while we're in here.
Okay. You keep your eyes peeled for the rest of the evening. Eventually, the light of the sun begins to break through, rising. Eventually, the light shines across the whole street. The rest of your party begins to rise up from their rests. Everyone go ahead and
He's still sleeping.
you get your full 8 hours. We're at that point.
I know.
Okay. So whoever as you all get your long rest, go ahead and take that. Make sure, Tristan, you're back at full health. The mark dissipating in your sleep. But anyone want to do anything, or?
I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna go up to the dwarf and just shake his hand, thank him for allowing us to stay, and kind of advise him to stay hidden if he can.
I don't know how hidden I'll be able to stay, but I reckon I'll be all right.
Be safe.
Do my best. Hey, good luck with the new armor.
Thank you. Very much.
Whisper. As he kind of comes downstairs, he looks towards you, your face paint kind of melting off from the evening.
I'm just. I'll drape my cloak over her and just lay my arm there.
I'm gonna roll a intelligence check for him. See how familiar he is with the royal family.
If he gets a high roll, silvery barbs.
Okay. What does he just
Gonna
re-roll
jar
and take the
memory.
lowest?
Yeah, take the lowest.
Rolled higher, so.
Fuck.
Kind of looks at you, and you notice his gaze, Whisper, and his eyes squint for a moment. Roll a insight check.
Me?
Gaze,
Yeah.
and he didn't tell us?
Yes, Whisper,
Wait,
you.
Okay.
Oh, I can give advantage to Whisper with silvery barbs.
Okay.
You giving me advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a nat 20, so 23.
So you see. You get the sense that he looks at you and there's a hint of recognition, but he's not sure exactly where he recognizes you from, and he kind of like you see him kind of raise an eyebrow at you, and you see him like trying to process thoughts in his mind, but shifts his attention to the rest of the group and kind of see him like you see in the back of his head he's still trying to process information and think, but he moves on from it.
It's too early to think.
I don't know. I'm getting ideas for some new recipes.
He
Been a while since I cooked something good.
he brings out a coffee pot and places it on top of the furnace and begins to boil coffee for everyone.
Tristan's still sleeping at the door.
I'm just gonna sort of put my cloak over Whisper as I pat her on the shoulder and get up and kick Tristan's boot.
Nothing. At first.
Tristan, wake up. Tristan, don't make me hit you.
Just don't pour water on him because it does not turn out well.
I'm just gonna, like... Tristan!
And that one, he kind of goes and jumps, and as he jumps forward, his eyes flare up for a second and go right back, and he's...
You okay? You just not used to this amount of rest? Or
We
he's-
survived the night.
you were out all night?
Technically, Tristan has never actually slept before.
How do you like your coffee? And Quell goes over to pour a cup for Tristan.
I drink tea. He's looking for Gormrog. And you see him for like never ever seen him. He like goes to stand up firm and confident, and goes to take a step, and then kind of has a tired stumble and uses his sword to keep him up.
I'll help Tristan up.
And he's trying to learn how to use his legs after not using them for so long. And he goes and looks at Gormrog with a very concerned, like, look.
Yeah. Still new to you, huh? Do yourself a favor. Take a deep breath, nice and slow. Stretch a bit. Give your muscles a chance to wake up. Drink some water.
I heard coffee. I heard...
That doesn't count. Drink water first. You can have coffee or tea once you've had some water.
I'll just
You'll be alright.
pass in my water skin.
I take the water and I go start kind of sipping it and then start going all the way through it, half choking on it, but still drinking it as I'm half choking on it. And then don't realize who gave me that in particular skin or jug. And I hand it back, and I just kind of try to conduct myself as if I know exactly what's happening, what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. As you all are gathering yourselves and having your coffee, Hjalmar goes over and starts unlocking the door, opening all the bolts. Opens the door, steps outside, and you see him for a moment as he steps outside. For those of you that are looking, you see his whole body just stop in shock. You see his head pull back a little bit as he looks up and down the street.
Oh no.
Can I do detect thoughts? Just get his surface thoughts. What's he?
As you peer into his mind, you just hear, "By the gods."
What's going on?
Kind of just turns looks over his shoulder at you, and you see just the color drained from his face.
Can I see anything past the door?
Looking out, from your position, how far away you are from the door? Let's go there.
Well, I was just near Tristan, who
Right.
was by the door, so I'm like right.
So
next.
looking out, you from your vantage point, you see there is blood kind of splattered across the street from your position, but it's kind of hard to see anything else, especially past the people.
Oh my gosh, we have to go see if there's anyone we can help.
I don't think that's going to be the path we take today.
Who knows? How
Okay.
long-
Okay, well then let's decide right now what we're gonna do, because we can't just stand here doing nothing.
We need to stop this at the source. If we keep putting out little fires, the entire place is going to burn to the ground. I'm going to turn to Whisper and...
I want to tell everyone what I told Finnick.
So she's coming for you, or you going to her?
She wants me to go to her. I'm not saying names because I know that the blacksmith is still there. I'm just saying, like, my sister. She wants me to go to her, but I'm not gonna go by myself. But her saying that she'll see me in the morning, I'm not sure if that means she's gonna come to me at some point when she realizes I don't go to her. I don't know, it seemed like a threat.
Whatever it is, we don't have much time.
Should I even bother fixing this up?
That is going to make much of a difference now. He said she knows you're here.
Not physically, this spot. She knows I'm in the city.
Just do some like cool war paint on there.
Do we think that these devils were looking for you then?
I think they were trying to find anyone that was just roaming the streets.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it's part of the deal.
technically, yeah.
They were attacking everybody.
As you say that, and you all kind of start to make your way out of the building into the street, looking up and down, it's a war zone. There is bodies, half-eaten in corners. There's a wyvern that seems to be like it was torn apart, and there's bits of it spread across the entire street. And from where you are, you can see in the distance the wandering wyvern, and you see the entire front of the building is just destroyed. There's a makeshift barrier that has been set up, and there's bits of what was the front wall kind of set up as spiked barricades. And there's a wyvern that's kind of slumped over it from the inside out. Its head's crumpled over one of the barricades, and you see people starting to move in that space, kind of starting to clear things and move objects around and start to clean up from the battle that happened in the night.
Where
There's
did
this
they go?
route. Top of the hill.
Where did we leave Talon?
Outside the city in the forest.
Okay. Do you think he's safe? Should we check on him?
I think he's safe.
Okay.
If we want him for this fight, I can try and communicate.
I don't want him to get hurt.
Okay. Well, if we're
What do
gonna
you think?
this. I mean, we already have some extra help, so as I gesture to Quell.
Is Talon's another friend of yours?
He's a griffin. He's my friend.
It's a good friend to have.
But I don't want him to get hurt. And I feel like since this is personal, he'd be a target. He'd be targeted.
Yes, I hope he was safe outside of the city.
Yeah, they don't know about him, I don't think.
So, are we going to the castle?
Seems like
That's
a
my
better
vote.
move to do it during the day.
Let's do it.
Tristan, Finnick, you in?
Yeah,
And then
let's finish this off.
To the castle.
Okay.
and you see Tristan trying to finish a cup of coffee quick after that as they're
Whisper, just so I know, what is the makeup situation?
I have probably just, at the suggestion to make it like look like cool war paint, I've probably just like, because it's red, I probably just made it look like my eyes are like bleeding.
Okay. So, do you still have the horns on, or you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So you have your little horned wreath now. All right. So, as we all begin to head towards the castle, how are we getting there? Marching down the street, stealthing? What's the plan?
I'm
What do you
following up
think?
the back of the group no matter what.
What are we hiding from right now? But I'm okay just walking.
At this point, me too.
Okay.
She knows you're here. So
All right, so you begin to make your way up the streets. Whisper, you knowing the way very well. Not that it's hard to see the large castle in the northern part of the city. You begin to trek your way up there. As you walk through the city, you see scenes much the same as you saw upon exiting the forge. There are people trying to recover what they can from the battle throughout the night. You see bodies strewn about, some being gathered up and brought together, some just simply being mourned over by their family members. As you get closer and closer to the wall that surrounds the castle, Whisper, you familiar with, there is the main front gate. There is a more servants' entrance towards the side, and then there would be the path you would frequently use to escape the castle grounds before traveling off to the glade. Though that would be the hardest for getting 6 people through.
I want to tell the group the options we have. Let's put it to a vote.
Say we go straight ahead to the source.
Main gate. Okay, 1.
are you trying to sneak in there? Or do you just want to charge in?
I don't know if it would be helpful to sneak and see what we're walking into, or just walk in blind and bold. So I
Would
need
you
her help.
expect you to sneak in?
Probably. She calls me a coward a lot.
Let's walk in the front door.
Okay.
While we're all huddled, I had actually meant to say this as soon as we were out of earshot of the building, but I just remembered. Last night I got the wings for the Talon gear. No, I mean I got the wings for the Wyvern armor gear. And if you wanted to use them on Talon, they're in Phoenix bag.
Nice. So that's where you ran off to?
Yeah, it was really scary. I'm never gonna do that again.
Lies.
Alright.
But yeah, main door. I'm all on board.
I'm on board as well.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, that all being said,
Actually, just main door's fine. I just wanted to offer a second opinion since you're like kind of supposed to meet her by yourself anyway. Would it make sense for you to go in first and a surprise after, or should we all just go in together? I don't want anything to happen to you.
Maybe we go in first and you all surprise.
I don't know how comfortable I am with that, but if that's what you want, I will respect that.
just want it to be like all over.
We're going to be very close. You're not going far.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, Whisper, you're heading towards the main gate.
Hmm?
The rest of you, you're headed towards the servants' entrance, or are you going to take the Whisper's path?
I'm going in the Whisper's path.
Yeah, whatever Tristan's doing.
Okay.
I'm following to the main gate.
Okay. So, Whisper, you laying out the path for them so they understand the way that you used to go.
Use my paint.
I will say, Whisper, we're going to follow you for a moment here.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way towards the front gate, you see, as you round the corner and come face to face with the large ivory wall that surrounds the palace you grew up in. Well, you were slept in it, at least on occasion. You see the few familiar guards standing in front of the large fence area that opens. And as you approach, you see one of them, their attention turned towards you. Sorry, checking notes, sorry. Sorry, got a lot of names here. You see Commander Alaric Stormblade, the captain of the city guard. You see him standing there. Person you've known pretty much your entire life. You see him kind of, his attention, as you approach, his face goes from shock to surprise to questioning. Well,
Hi.
Libiel, is that you?
I'm home.
He steps towards you.
Can I come in?
Are you okay? Or what happened?
Lots of stuff. But I'm here to see my sister. She's expecting me.
As you say that, you see his facial expression just twist and change. And you see he kind of tilts his head down to the side. Well, I know she told us if you showed up, we should set up that meeting for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's
That I was following Whisper.
I'm sorry?
I said that I was following Whisper. I didn't mean that I was taking Whisper's path.
I think that there was a little bit of miscommunication.
Oh, I'm sorry.
before.
So just show of hands. Who's with Whisper?
I believe we were all following Whisper, not taking Whisper's special path. We were just following a little bit behind
totally
her.
misheard that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we are just a little bit behind her, but we're on her now
With
path.
her. Got it. Okay.
We're just playing it cool behind her.
Yeah.
So.
So as the rest of you kind of start to step up into the space, you see Whisper having a conversation with this much older elven man in very nice armor. You see the beautiful filigree etched in gold across the entire breastplate. Different from the riding uniforms that you saw Bellin wearing. This is more of an actual armor set, whereas with what Bellin wore, it was more plates of armor protecting the vital points, giving him a lot more maneuverability. But this being a much more armor set, you see the familiar lavender and indigo colors of that are all of the Lyringorn's colors as fabric beneath the bright silver armor. As you all approach, the rest of the guards kind of start to move up next to the captain, and they glance at all of you as you approach. Libiel, I was told to bring you to the dungeon before you were brought to her.
Why?
She wants you to see something.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, Holly.
You're not really selling this dungeon thing with your vagaries while everything is covered in blood and destruction.
It's no better down there.
What I'm saying is we're not really going to want to do that and cooperate with you unless you give us some incentive to. By the way, we're with her.
You can see his
In case
face
that
is
wasn't
just like twisted in fulfilling a duty, horror, and just like this pain that he has for what he's being asked to show you.
I'm going to use my telepathic speech to whisper. I think I know what's down there.
What is it?
Remember how they said that they hadn't seen your other siblings in a while?
The younger ones, yeah.
And the screams coming from beneath the castle?
That's twisted.
She's trying to get into your head more than she already...
Should I go? This is all in her head. Or do you think it's a trap?
My gut's telling me it's a trap.
Well, I'm walking into a trap regardless, but...
And what if we
Meanwhile,
don't go
I'm
down
like-
to the dungeon? What if we just decide not to?
Libiel, you know I am honor bound to protect and defend the throne, no matter who's on it.
Wait,
You can... The only way you can stop it is to stop me.
where were you when my sister killed my aunt?
We don't know that she did that. Without proof, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. Believe what you want.
Sorry, I forget that I'm playing this game sometimes, and I'm actually in it and can respond in person. The question wasn't about who did it. The question was, where the fuck were you?
We were on our posts. She died at night in her room.
Yeah,
And
honor
the king?
bound to protect the throne. Good job.
So they're just completely unattended at night. That's good to know.
And you saw no one go in or out?
Nope.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
That is 22.
He's not lying that there was no one they saw go in or out of the room.
Anything else I can tell by his body language?
He is disgusted with himself. There's shame in his eyes. The whole situation seems like he is in a bad place and doesn't know how to get out of it.
What matters to you more, who's on the throne or the town that you... Because the person that's on that throne right now is the reason that this is... And I gesture back to the massacre behind me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I say something for that?
Sure.
To possibly give an advantage?
Sure.
I'm going to say, how many people do you think that you lost in this massacre that you're trying to protect?
All right, I'll say, Finnick, you can go ahead and roll at advantage.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Good shit, Donald.
21.
Okay. As you say that, you see him, his whole body, like Tristan when he's got that frustration of inner turmoil. You see that written across him as he can feel his skin crawling beneath his armor. You see his hand kind of reach down towards the sword on his hip, and he kind of grasps onto the sheath below the hilt. You see his fingers kind of dig into it. What's up?
I was stopping Tristan from attacking
Oh,
just yet.
sorry.
He saw it. He understood.
Nobody's stopping me. Just kidding.
Nobody could if they tried.
Let us in. And we can fix this.
Go ahead and roll one more persuasion check for me.
I'll
Me?
give guidance to that.
Okay.
Guidance? That's a D4, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 21.
Okay. As you say that, you see.
22. Right.
As you say that, you see the links that hold the sheath to his armor. You see them strain as he begins to push against the sheath. Eventually, you hear the two snap as the sheath comes off in his hand. The sword still in its scabbard. He kind of holds it out to you. Whisper. Hilt first. My sword's yours.
Thanks.
He kneels down in front of you. Lowers his head down.
I think he's offering to let you kill him if you wish.
As you say that, he takes his helmet off and lays it down next to him. And lowers his head.
She pats his head.
Are you trying to die? Whisper, can I do it?
No.
Alright.
I think he's waiting for instructions, Whisper.
You gonna help us?
If that's what you would require of me.
Yeah. You can take this back, though. I don't use swords.
Stands up. Grasps the blade back from you. Your family is there.
Fuck that. Yeah.
I mean, all families are, but this one especially so. Now, we could either
No,
stand out here
her,
talking.
her family is in the dungeon.
The ones that are still alive? Or...
Yes.
Oh.
How many men do you have?
We have the 7 here. There's another dozen inside. I can't guarantee all of them will go against their oath, but
Do you know what we're up against?
Whatever it is, it doesn't show itself to those of us. The most we've seen is what happened last night. We've been trying to investigate over the course of a month or so as things have happened, but nothing to this extent until today.
Mm-hmm.
If I may make a suggestion, Your Highness, perhaps it would be best if they intercepted the guards and took as many of them as they could to the dungeons to release and protect the rest of your family.
Kids, yeah.
None of them are in any shape to walk or move.
Can you make us?
That's the reason I said protect. What did you say, Clover? I missed that.
It was honestly dumb. Just continue.
I like that idea.
And you, God, what was your name?
I am
Steve?
Commander Alaric
Ulrich?
Stormblade. Alric.
Al.
Whatever.
Take what forces you can. Undo the wrongs that have been done by you and your men. Protect what's left. Make it right.
As he says that, he turns his attention towards you, Whisper, and waits for instruction.
That
What he said.
As you say that, he gives you a bow, and the rest of them lower their heads in respect towards you before moving into the castle.
Do you know where her sister is right now? This second.
She's in
Like-
the throne room last we were told.
Okay, just wondering.
So, as the guards now rallying behind Libiel begin to move into the castle to try and secure the rest of the family, you all gather up and begin to make your way towards the entrance of the castle, following behind. And that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
Oh! God
That
damn.
was so
I knew you were gonna
good.
do it there. I was hoping we were gonna go like one more step in.
Hey, happy birthday, Cece.
Happy birthday.
That was my
Happy
birthday. Can we play a little
birthday.
longer? Even though I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning.
Ew.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Forging Fates. We will be back in 2 weeks. Nope, 3 weeks. 3 weeks to continue on this coup adventure. So that's it. I think that's all we got. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. I'm going to go to the end screen and stand by for the raid. Good night. Love you.